Using copy to online level.
Because here you might not able to see the model, I off it. But because in the 3D here, your site plan, unless you have enable the site component back, VG. Hold on, I turn on the site, which is the building pad. Topo is here. Yeah, then you should see the components back. But because here says overlap due to the building pad, so I got to edit the building pad to cut a hole. So edit boundary. I just add in the rectangle. Where is it? Here. Okay. Oops. So when this thing happen, what should you do? Select this, right? Then what? No, I'm not selecting this. You should go to meshing and site, split surface. Select the surface, then you rectangle. Snap it. Okay, once it's done, you should see I can delete this away. Okay, so this is, let's say, the other block. You may want to rotate if you want it. All right, before you cut anything. Oh, so at least here is in the central. I mean, somewhere in the center. So let me close this. Now, how you guys want to create the walkthrough? Basically, quite straightforward. Under the View tab, you notice that the Create panel, the icon here says walkthrough. This is to create a general 3D view. This one here is to a camera view. So camera can be interior, exterior. Yeah. All right. Or internal, external. Now for walkthrough, all right, you notice that you need to do what? You pick a point. For instance, walkthrough perspective, scale, cannot control, height you can set. So 1750 is around my height. So if you base on eye level, I think it's quite low because it's like you calculate backward maybe only 1.6 or 1.650. All right, this is actually offset is the eye level, and this level here is supposed to be road level. Okay, so you're walking on the road, you're looking up the house. All right, so unless you are selecting very close here the point, then I think this offset should even higher. But let's say if you want to go one round these premises, then you want to think about how you adjust, or later you want to adjust also can. But all this can be preset. All right, questions? So let's say I select maybe 25 for a start. So I pick a point somewhere here, assuming that this is my entrance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Random, yeah, like that. Then you look back here. Finish. Click finish. Okay. Questions? Now, if you accidentally clear your selection, which is like that, select empty space, you notice that your camera now or the walkthrough disappear. So don't panic and don't say, oh, cannot see, then you create a new one. No. you should scroll down at your browser. You should have seen something here says walkthrough. So default walkthrough one. If you're in haven't opened the plan but you're looking at the side, you can simply point at the walkthrough, right click. Same thing like what you all do the previously, external view, internal view, show camera. Now show camera, it appear. Then if you need to edit, you select edit walkthrough. Okay, of course when you edit walkthrough, you see what is here, the camera. This is your active camera position. Now you notice under control, you have path. If you go to adjust the path, you select path. Default, they give you 300 frame, but you can increase, you know, right? This is depends on the adjustment, but default, they are giving you this. Then if you are adjusting the keyframe, now keyframe means the one in blue dot. Yeah, you want to add, you want to remove, up to you. So most of the time when we adjust the camera keyframe, in between they will auto adjust so that you automatically give you 300 frame. All right. The other one is remove. You find that too many, you want to delete away or clear away, that is to remove. All right. Certain scene maybe a bit not smooth. You want to add a keyframe, please. So depends on your quality. Of course, the more keyframe means what? File size bigger lah. And also the video quality, because whether you render it as a shaded view or realistic view, all these play important role. Okay. Now, meantime, what we want to adjust, not the path yet, is the camera. You notice that when you select the camera, you can drag if your PC responds fast, or you may want to say, okay, I like to set it to 1. 1 means what? Here. You notice that you are looking there. And as you know, when you play with camera, same as video, this is where what we call far clipping. It means from the first view, you already can't see your building. All right, so be careful. Now, remember, camera we don't touch, but here is where you, oops, this one is where you adjust a turning of your camera. All right, so maybe for start, I'll change this path to here first, because I think mine is like a twisted, a corner. So path, I will add this, I drag maybe here like this. So by adjusting the camera, you might not know what is the aperture captured. Am I only seeing partial model or my high model? So you still need to open up your view. So change back to active camera. All right. To open view, how? See, sometime when you select an empty space, they ask you, do you want to quit or not? You can click yes or no, doesn't matter. You say yes, you go away. All right, or anytime you can edit. But now I want to open my view first. Okay, see nothing. So WT. So if you are at the current view, you need not to worry whether the camera is there or not, because you are looking at it. Now you notice that I can't see the building at all. So what should you do? Under the extended or extends category, you see here, far clip offset, right? This is the distance. That means from here to here. But this line is your far clip active. So same thing like your camera. I don't want that unchecked away. Then I see my building. Okay, so from this view, you may want to just enable a quick one, shaded. Don't straight away use ray trace or realistics unless everything good place in order. All right, if not, you try to adjust the aperture. So here I'm looking higher a bit, right? So this one you can adjust. Okay, see now, you can drag, you can adjust it. Okay, so when the view done, maybe higher lah. Let me pan it. Next, I go into edit walkthrough. So active frame, because I'm selecting it, go to the side. All right, because in your current view, you can't choose. Notice that it's equally off. Only when you're the plan. When you say create to next keyframe, because this next frame is number 2. Normally we go by keyframe, so all these are your keyframe. So I go to next keyframe. You can see that you can't see the model also, so drag this face at your house. Now you're looking at it. Okay, so again, next keyframe. Sometimes if you already understand, you may only want to so-called like adjust from where, not every time from the keyframe. That means from here you can select the camera, drag it to here, then let go, then you adjust again. See, point at the center. Okay, so drag again, then adjust. Okay, so this is to open walkthrough if you are ready to show the animated. Okay, this to reset camera. Drag again, rotate it. That's why I can see you always need a view to see is it properly adjust. See the view. When it's too close, you got to take note. So you can see the line always pointed at the building that you are seeing. Okay, so next key point, this way, roughly point the center. Okay, next key point. Normally I find next key point is faster lah, because my PC is a bit slow and I'm using Zoom sharing resources. So my not fully what you call potential or fast. So yeah, this way is faster for me. All right, adjust it. See, I always point the center. See, this is moving. Okay. Next keyframe. Drag it here. Next keyframe. Because your camera is when you pick the point, they're always based on in front. All right. But when you're walking, you want to focus at one point. So you need to adjust the camera view. Okay. Drag it here. Okay. Next keyframe. Drag it here. Quite close, I think. Yep. Next keyframe. Adjust it. Next keyframe. Finishing soon. As I say, if too many frame or keyframe, you may want to delete some. Okay, more keyframe, better controller, easier to This one I think here. Okay, so let's say this is what I want. So how to play? Set this back to 0, 1, sorry. Then clear selection. Nothing goes on, right? So what happen? Go to your plan or clear your selection. In order to play your view, let's say now I maximize this view. TW. Okay, I pan it somewhere bigger. Now, in order to play, edit walkthrough, you see the play button. Okay, so select play. You see that it start to walk through now. Look at it. Now all this, it depends on the time frame and your memory and graphic cards. Now you can see I'm doing on Zoom. This is the best I can do. If I set the quality to realistic, I can tell you it's even worse. So you are doing a external walkthrough. So 学态, this is your external walkthrough. This frame width later you can adjust, no worries. All right. So that's why you have a good graphic card. If your RAM is good, fast, can store more information, this guy will even smoother. Mine is still not that smooth. You can see that bit jerky. All right. Yeah. Okay. If you walk at the night scene when doing render, that means you insert some ceiling lights here and there. This one even better. Now it's day scene. All right. Yeah. So, questions. Now, further detail, if you need to export or to do any other thing, you can see that now walkthrough is selected. Scroll down, you see here says uh, others are walkthrough 300 frames. If you select this, you notice that because some students ask, can I, let's say, do a walkthrough, then I stop somewhere. After that, like, you stand there, you see, look, then you continue and walk. Here we set it as what we call the pause. Pause means what? You notice the time frame is all 1 unit or 1 second. That means irregardless in between all those keyframe, it constantly the same movement. So if you want to move certain frames slow, fast, or you change the time, you can see on top uniform speed. If you want to manually adjust in certain keyframe, like you do video editing, right? Cut here, cut there lah. But of course, we are not doing video editing. We're just doing a quick render, so-called walkthrough. So you still can uncheck this. So you can see the time. You can toggle. See now. Currently is per frame is 15 seconds. So that means we have 300 frame. How many seconds? You guys going to multiply. All this can be set if you want. Okay? So this is sometimes certain thing you want to detail. Indicator to show where you are. Like there's a timer running. When you do those video editing, there's a timer running, right? You show you the frame rate here and there lah. This is a bit too detailed lah. I don't think I need that meantime. So I don't want this. So if you want to have different speed, you can change slower in certain frame. Then they want to go back to normal since default is 1. All right. But meantime, I'm not going to go in depth. So apply and okay. Now, other thing, if you don't want the shaded, if you guys, your laptop is fast or maybe desktop, you may want to adjust the render setting. Yeah, how you want it. because now currently is draft. All right, if you set to output to high, best of course is nightmare lah, damn slow lah. I did try to render something this similar model. It take me, I mean detail, like what's the quality like? High, I think. I didn't select best. Did I? I've forgotten already. That was like February, quite some time back. It take me 7 to 8 hours just to do a render. Just a still image to render. Okay, so I just lay render overnight. So it depends on the quality, your hardware, your RAM, how fast. Oh, so of course, let's say I want something simple, maybe a medium. Then since today is a sunny day, all right. If sunny day, you see exterior, inside got light, it will not come out. So you need to choose what type of render you want. If you want a night scene of course you go to say exterior artificial light. That means the sun will disappear. So make sure that your room all your lights are lit up. Okay, there you can see. So a lot of render done already. You got to adjust the luminance, how bright you want. All right, so rendering can be challenging. Yeah, no joke, huh? Then some I tried before exterior, so-called like sun and artificial. Normally you'll be overrun, in the sense that means you can't hardly see the interior light. I don't know why. It could be because of the too far, or could be the voltage or the watt lah per bulb when you configure it. That means in ceiling you can actually insert. All right, you can insert the light and change the watt. Okay. Then of course, if you are walking around here, got few clouds. Okay, if you want more clouds, then you want to render more cloud. So later when they walk, you will see. Let's say I want very cloudy. I don't know how slow or fast. Adjust exposure is after you render. Then you can fine tune. Okay. Yeah. You can see your cooler, warm. Cooler means bluer color. Warmer means yellow color. Like you have a lot of yellow lights kind of thing. Yeah. For sun setting. Now this one here, it depends on the region, like where you are. Normally for structure we don't care lah, but for archi, not we don't really do that unless you are doing conceptual. But normally for conceptual rendering, people like to use 3D Studio Max lah. If you are talking about Autodesk themselves, but again, I think a lot of them using Lumion, Twin Motion, and what else? You guys come across anything? Lumion? I think school one they use Enscape. You used it before? If you are in the diploma in architecture, I think yeah, there is, because school one they are using Enscape, and they are all these like Enscape lah, Lumion lah, Twin Motion. They seldom give you trial. Normally they need you to buy. If you have trial, the most is only 1 week. Very miserable. Yeah. So people like to use Lumion and Skip, and these are few I know one. School one they are using Enscape, but whether the license is still active or not, I'm not sure. Okay. Unreal Engine 4, I'm not so sure. I thought this is more on gaming. That one I'm not so sure. If we can, that'll be good. I don't know. Anyway, my graphic card, I don't think mine can support this also. Yeah. For rendering, it can. I mean, if you are able to activate that, I mean, or have integration into the system, I'll say why not? Yeah. Okay. So that one, I think I'm not very sure on the Unreal Engine 4. So I cannot promise you things that I'm not sure. Huh? Mm. Okay, so you can adjust where is the altitude, longitude. So all this information can be found. All right. So all this setting you can adjust. So you want a still image or you want a single day and so on. Multi-day for sun study casting. So which part at the timing the west suns comes in and so on. So these are some other details lah. All right. So let's say still image. So locations you can choose where you are. You know. Yeah. So this is internet connected. You must tell you where you see. Currently default is in US. Okay. So a lot of things you need to fine tune if you are doing architecture. So yours the view in the plan you may want to fine tune it. So up to you. Okay. So if not, let's say okay and okay. See, look at it, dark already because I never set the sun correctly. So walk again. Picture this, edit, then play. This is quite dark because I never choose the correct region. So like the sun being eaten up lah, or blocked, you know, uh, eclipse. Yeah. Okay. If you set it correctly, you should be able to see. Some got light, some facing. So go and find out what they miss out. So you guys got to explore. Okay. Walk through. Is your requirement in the assignment says walk through? No, right? I don't think it's there, right? If it's no, then just the external view and internal view lah. Up to you. Yeah.
Yes, they ask.
They ask Oh, okay. Then you do it lah. Whether it's internal walkthrough, maybe right from entrance walk to the room, then you see outside, whatever. Up to you. If they have, then okay lah. All right. So the scenery you got to customize properly first. Okay. Remember your rendering setting. Still sun only, but my sun is not in the correct position. I can't choose artificial because I have not insert the light yet. Those ceiling light. Yeah, those downlight in the ceiling. If it does, then you can see lah. Copy and paste, remember. I don't see any cloud. Terrible, my image. Artificial light, because you still image. Uh, Lighting, single day, from when to when. Locations, Singapore. Okay, unless you choose BCA website, BCA location, look for BCA. If not, I select this. This says Singapore, 1 hour, or what's the time interval? So you decide lah, PM to PM. So today, like maybe morning, how? 10, 00 AM to 4 PM. That's a few hours lah, 00. So 7 hour interval one. Let's say apply. Unless it's 1 day solar, you see something like passing through. So apply. Okay, at least something brighter. Okay, now you clear your selection. Oops, no. Play. Still not very good, quality wise. But slightly brighter lah. Okay, so you guys must go and try and play. To do a better rendering, rendering. That means if you like if you are outdoor guys, ideally is why when you look around cycling how the light being cast, if that image is in your mind, then roughly you will set what you want. Of course, not just on the 3D, on the plan also. Because sun study, it must be on the plan. They can set the sun rotation, where is it? Then you see the sun casting. Oh yeah, I never enabled the shadow. No wonder. Okay, let me try the one with the shadow cast. My shadow is not on. Okay, so let's turn on the shadow. Turn on the sun. I can tell you it's going to be super slow. See, the sun is here. This is when you do some path. I think I don't want. Too slow later. Off it. Just enable the shadow on. Yeah. So select, edit, play. Okay. See, it's even slower now, right? When the shadow. So it's actually calculating. So the more requirement you set, the more heavy it is. Yeah. See, it's very slow. If I go to set the kind of what do you call that? Ray tracing, I think it will kill our class over the Zoom. All right. Questions on the walkthrough rendering? Walkthrough lah, don't say rendering. Walkthrough. Okay. After this walkthrough, I'm going to stop recording because 36 minutes is going to be very heavy on file, especially in 3D. All right. Want me to stop because I don't want my file size to be very huge. Later I can't upload to Moodle. Seems that the sun is facing the other side. Yeah, I can see the top floor, level 8, very dark. See or not? So when you insert those your downlight, then you set the requirement or your camera height set higher a bit. Then you can see how it casts. You all know that Revit 2022 the rendering is much better compared to 20 and 21. Very realistic. 2022. They improvise on that. Oh. Question so far?
Teacher, Nyang Mang need help to add road level. She cannot add road level.
Who? Who cannot?
Nyang Mang, CC.
Me.
Can you
Oh,
help
hold
her?
on. Let me stop recording first.